Hello everyone, welcome to Mechatronics class. In today's session, we discuss on Unit number 1, Introduction to Mechatronics, Sensors and Actuators. So this is part 3 video of that unit. In part 2 video, we can start with static characteristics. In that static characteristics, we learn about the range, span and error. So in this today's session, we discuss on the static characteristics. Under that static characteristics, we go through that these characteristics: accuracy, precision, sensitivity, hysteresis, and threshold. After completing this, the characteristics, we solve some simple numerical. So after completing all that points of today's sessions, the outcome of today's session is identification of key elements of mechatronic system and its representation in terms of block diagram. So we start the today's sessions. The characteristic is accuracy. It may be defined as the ability of an instrument to respond to a true value of measured variable under the reference condition. It refers to how closely the measured value agrees with the true values. In other words, the accuracy is the closeness with which the reading of an instrument approaches the true value of the quantities measured. Accuracy may be expressed in percentage. So accuracy as the percentage of full scale reading. So these types of measuring accuracy is applicable in case of instrument having uniform scale. So formula for that case, the percentage of full scale reading is equal to measured value minus true value divided by maximum scale value. So take one example on that. If a pressure gauge of range 0 to 100 kilonewton per meter square has an error of plus minus 1% of full scale reading, the true value of a pressure of 100 kilonewton per meter square could be 90 to 110 kilonewton per meter square. Now accuracy as a percentage of true value. So this is the best way of specifying the accuracy. It is to be specified in terms of true value of the quantity being measured. It can be expressed as the percentage of true value is equal to measured value minus true value divided by maximum scale value. So we take another same example. If a pressure gauge of range from 0 to 100 kilonewton per meter square has an error of plus minus 1% of true value, the pressure of 100 kilonewton per meter square could be read from 99 kilonewton per meter square to 110 kilonewton per meter square. Accuracy as a percentage of span. Accuracy can be specified as the percentage of the span. For example, if an instrument has a range from 10 to 150 units and its accuracy is specified as plus minus 0.1% of the span, then the instrument will have plus minus 0.1 into in bracket 150 minus 10 bracket complete whole divided by 100, we can get plus minus 0.14 unit error in an instrument or in a measurement within this span. So next characteristic is precision. It is defined as the degree of exactness for which an instrument is designed or intended to perform. It refers to the repeatability or consistency of measurements when the measurements are carried out under identical conditions at short interval of times. It can be defined as the ability of the instrument to reproduce a group of measurement of the same measured quantity under the same conditions. Now take the examples, or we can understand this concept by diagrammatically. So this is the image or figures of precision and accuracy. So from this figure we can very clearly understand the relationship between precision and accuracy. So from this first figure, so in that it should be just like orbits. So in that orbits, or we can take example as if you are shooting range example. So at that time, so this figure indicates it is accurate and precise. It means all the points are very close to each other and they are repeatedly. So this is accurate and precise. Now second image, so in that it is not accurate and precise. It means that why we call it is it not accurate? It is offset, or it should be having some distance from this center, but it should be at one located, or these points are very close to each other. So that's why we can say that it is precise but not accurate. From this third figure we can understand accurate but not precise. It means that these are very close to these center points, but it not precise. It not precise, it means that they are not very close to each others, or they are not having the same range or repeatedly. That's why we can say that it is not precise. And last figure we can say that it is not accurate and not precise. So this is the about precision. Next is sensitivity. Sensitivity of an instrument is defined as the ratio of the magnitude of the output signal to the magnitude of the input signal. It depends the smallest change in the measured variable to which instrument responds. It is relationship indicating how much output may be obtained per unit input. So formula is sensitivity is equal to output upon input. Your output, it may be the maximum minus minimum values given divided by full range into the percentage. The static sensitivity is defined as the slope of the calibration curve. So for that formula is sensitivity is equal to infinitesimal change of output signal divided by infinitesimal change of input signal. So we can understand by this graph. So this is the graph of sensitivity of linear and non-linear instruments. So if the input output relation is linear, so it means this figure A, the sensitive will be constant for all the inputs. So this relation, or from this graph we can observe the sensitivity, it should be a linear. So this is a linear sensitivity of that instruments. So if the instrument has non-linear, so this figure B, it is for non-linear relationship. So this is called as non-linear characteristics. The sensitivity of the instrument depend on the value of input quality. So this sensitivity of that instrument is depend on how much the input values of that characteristics. So this is about the sensitivity. Next is that hysteresis, a very important characteristics. The hysteresis defines as the difference in the output for a given input when this value is approached from the opposite direction. This phenomena occurs in many mechanical, electrical, physical, and chemical processes. In mechanical terms, hysteresis means that both the loading and unloading curve do not coincide. Hysteresis can be identified while testing an instrument for repeatability. It is often seen that input-output graphs do not coincide for continuously ascending and then descending values of the input. So this concept we can understand by using that figure. So this is the image of hysteresis effect of input-output curve. So this figure shows that the hysteresis effect of an input and output graph. As shown in figure, we can obtain two different values of output for the same values of input under increasing and decreasing conditions. So these two different values we can obtain in input and output conditions. The difference between these two output values is called as hysteresis. So this is the maximum input hysteresis and this is the maximum output hysteresis. So if you are taking the difference of the two values, so this difference magnitude values is known as hysteresis. As per the terms of hysteresis definitions, these are the two different curves, two output curves, and these are never coincide with to each others. So this is about the hysteresis. Next is threshold. If the instrument input is increased very gradually from 0, there will be some minimum value below which no output change can be detected. This minimum value defines the threshold of the instrument. So for understanding for that concept, we take one example. A car speedometer typically has a threshold of about 15 km per hour. This means that if the vehicle starts from the rest and accelerate, no output reading is observed on the speedometer until the speed reaches 15 km per hour. So this is about the threshold. Now we can take some simple numerical. So this is the first numericals. A Bourdon tube pressure gauge requires 10 bar to produce 3 vernier division changes in the scale. Determine its static sensitivity. So as per the statement of that numerical, the output is the given data is output is equal to 3 vernier divisions and input is 10 bar. So we have to calculate a static sensitivity. So sensitivity formula we can write as sensitivity is equal to infinitesimal change of output signal divided by infinitesimal change of input signal. So as per this, the output signal change of output signal values is 3 vernier division divided by input signal is 10 bar. So 3 divided by 10, so we can get the sensitivity as 0.3 vernier division per bar. Now this is second numerical. The statement of second numerical is a thermometer is calibrated from 200 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius. The accuracy is specified within plus minus 0.25%. What is the maximum static error? So as per that statement, we write the maximum value of input is 300 degrees Celsius, minimum value of the input is 200 degrees Celsius. So from these two values, first of all, we can calculate the span. So span formula is span is equal to maximum value of input minus minimum value of input. So span in that maximum value is 300 and minimum value is 200. So span is equal to 300 minus 200. So span values is 100 degrees Celsius. So maximum static error, so we can calculate. So maximum static error is equal to the specified within this accuracy is point plus minus 0.25%. So plus minus 0.25% into 100, because this value it should be in a percentage. So we have to convert it into without percent. So for that purpose we multiply by 100 divided by 100. So we can get the maximum static error. In that it should be plus minus 0.25 degree Celsius. Next is a 0 to 20 bar pressure gauge was found to have an error of plus minus 0.125 bar when calibrated by the manufacturer. Calculate first the percentage error of the gauge, b the possible error as a percentage of the indicated value when the pressure of 2.5 bar was obtained in the test. So from that, first of all, we calculate this span. So for that span, maximum value is 20 bar and minimum value is 0 bar. So span is 20 minus 0. So span is 20 bar. So percentage of error, calibrated pressure divided by span into 100. So calibrated pressure error is plus minus 0.125 bar. So 0.125 bar into 100 divided by the span is 20. So percentage of error is equal to plus minus 0.625%. And we have to calculate the possible error at 2.5 bar. So for that, so at error at 2.5 bar is equal to this error value is plus minus 0.125 divided by 2.5 into 100. So possible error at 2.5 bar is 5%. So in this way we have to solve some simple numericals on that, the some static characteristics. So in these sessions we have to go through some static characteristics. So in next lecture or in a part 4 lecture we go through some more static characteristics. So this part 3 video we have to complete it here. So thank you for that. Thank you.